Okay, in this video we're going to do a little bit of a review on this BioLite bonfire gadget here. So it's got a big battery pack on the side, and I've got to clean it out before I start it, but basically it's got an air tube down there that circulates air. There's some on the side, so the idea is that you have a smokeless fire. It's our second attempt to use this. The first attempt didn't go well, so we're going to see if we can recreate the badness and document it. So as you can see, just a foreshadow here, we have this much wood, and notice there's no ash on the couch. So let's just see how the night goes. Okay, so this is the good part, right? So we're maybe 3 to 5 minutes into starting this thing. So when you get the fan going and logs on there, it really gets going in a hurry. So huge plus. Okay, so we've been at it quite a while, burned through most of our wood. So one of the things that we don't like about this is the fact that it doesn't seem to retain coals or biomass of any kind. So like here's my foot. It's practically, oh shoot. Yeah, can't really capture, but it's right next to this, and I can just sit here for quite a while, and my foot doesn't really get warm. So if this is a more traditional, he's touching it, yeah, so like the more traditional fire ring, you wouldn't be able to sit. I mean,
Wouldn't be able to touch metal.
I'm 6 inches away from it, and it's just not putting off massive amounts of heat, and so we burned quite a few logs. So yeah, and so alright, I'm going to turn this up. So it's on level 1 right now, and it doesn't take a whole lot. Put it on top mode, and watch how fast this thing really recovers. So this is one cool feature of it. However, it's quite loud, so it kind of kills the mood because it's so loud. And so let's see. So it really kind of goes into like inferno mode pretty quickly. Go ahead and throw another log on there, and let's see how quick it makes quick work of a new log. So the other thing about the, there we go, watch this. Another thing about the fan is there's 4 modes, but sometimes we'll try this. There's 1, 2. Well, it hits like kind of a natural frequency, and it makes the whole thing kind of rattle and vibrate. So it's often that one of the 4 modes you can't use because it just makes it rattle just the right way where it's annoying. But yeah, I mean, it'll burn some wood. I mean, that fan really makes it happen. Yeah, back to 1 here, so you get an idea. I'm actually gonna put on 3 because that seems to be where it likes to rattle. See if it'll rattle, but yeah, we'll do some more recap on the date the sun comes back out. Alright, so we're letting it die out, and this is kind of the example of the noise that I was talking about. So for whatever reason, it's just stroking it just right. So if I change the fan speed, it stops. So anyway, so that's just something that's a little bit annoying about it. Okay, so if you made this far, you must be really interested in this. So just to recap, the night we used it, it rained, and so didn't really capture the ash I was hoping for. So it's been a week now, and I've watched the other videos, and I apologize. It's really hard to do a good nighttime camera. So that was we showed you the whole wagon full initially. So we burnt everything there, and so this is what's left. And so we'll come back to that. So first of all, back to the ash. If you watch the video closely, like when it first starts, and even at night, you can see the ash building up on the ground. So the first time I used this, I literally had to vacuum the couch, and so it's been a week and it's rained, and still underneath here, there's ash. Okay, so I think basically this thing burns so well that, well, with all the forced air, instead of accumulating like stacks and stacks of coals, it all goes to the air. So the more horsepower you have the fan running on, the more it just goes everywhere. And I've got two new burns in my couch. There's one in the corner there, and you see there's some. That's a piece of charcoal or coal from the thing. So yeah, if I had a normal fire pit, I might have ended up with holes in the furniture too. But yeah, so it really spits out ash, and because it doesn't stay in the fireplace, there's no biomass in there like I was showing you, so it doesn't, we just turned it off and this log's still there. If you had a real campfire and just let it go, this would have probably all burned away. So I think that's the biggest downside, outside the noise and that occasional kind of natural frequency hum, buzz, when it just is just doing the right speed and everything's working together just right. Good things. You saw how fast it starts up. It starts up super fast. So if you just want to throw some logs on there, do s'mores, shut it down, probably awesome. Another thing I think it'd be awesome for is for charcoal. So it's got a grate that goes over this, and so I think if you use this, and this lower grate also, I think it might lower and raise a little bit. It's because of handles on there, but I think if you run charcoal, it'd be cool. I think you'd be able to control the temperature and do a little bitty kind of, the logs. That's another thing about the logs. It's awkward. You've got to have the right length logs. You can't have very many logs on there. So like I said, natural wood, I don't know that that's this thing's real forte. I think charcoal might be a sweet spot. What else? Oh, I mean, it looks cool at night. It really does look cool. But again, if you're doing it for warmth, it wasn't putting out the heat you'd expect from a fire, so you had to be pretty much on top of it. So I guess that sums it up. I hope that helps. I said I borrowed it, so I don't know that I would buy one, but it was fun trying it out. Hope it helps. Like, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.